Good evening, beautiful ladies. I hope everyone enjoyed this weekend with getting out in the sunshine. It's crazy how fast time goes. And thank you to everybody that participated in the polls that we've done. The first poll was what type of aspect of ourselves would we like to focus on, and most people said physical. So we talked about physical last Tuesday, and we're going to talk a little bit about it today. And then the other poll was how do we treat ourselves, and most of the people selected honestly. I'm pretty hard on myself most of the time, and I think that's pretty normal. I mean, normal for us as women, for sure. And it's interesting how that comes to be for us. Usually it's cultural. It can be a family dynamic. It can even come from a teacher that you had in school, something that they said, and it just kind of created that inner critic. So I want to highlight both the physical and the critic piece. So tonight is going to be a little bit different. I do want to do a meditation with you. And this meditation is meant to really help you connect with your body. It's amazing how our bodies can actually talk to us. And usually it's not through words, but through feelings or something physical in our body. And so this meditation will help us start to connect that way. And if it's something that surprises you tonight as you're doing it, and you're witnessing this communication happening, or kind of surprised that you actually feel some connection, I recommend that you do it every day and you try and create that communication every day. And the more you do that, the stronger it will be. I do have some music playing, but I'm assuming you won't be able to hear it. So if you do like meditating with music, then you can play something that you really enjoy. So I invite you to find a place that's pretty comfortable. You can sit, you can lie down. Ideally not where you'll be disturbed, but you can even do it if you have your family's around. And we're just gonna start by closing our eyes. And if you're sitting, plant your feet on the floor and get comfortable. And you're just gonna pay attention to your breath. You're gonna pay attention to the air as it comes in through your nose into your lungs, and as it leaves your lungs and out of your nose. And just take some deep breaths here as you sit into your space. And try and relax your body. As you inhale, take energy in, take light in. And as you exhale, release tension and darkness. And just do that a few times. we're going to start with the center of our chest, and you're going to start with your heart. And take a minute to breathe into your heart. And as you're breathing in, think about everything that your heart does for you every second of every day. How it circulates blood through your body to give nutrients to every cell in your body. How it beats continuously even when you're asleep. And send some gratitude to your heart. Thank it for its never-ending work. And at this time, you can ask your heart if there's anything that it needs from you. And now we're going to go to our lungs. Take a big breath in and feel your chest expand. Feel your lungs expand and those alveoli popping up to exchange gas in your lung. To take the oxygen in and release the carbon dioxide. And take a moment to thank your lungs for always being there for you and always breathing for you. Never stopping. And go down to your stomach. And think about everything that your stomach does for you. All the food it digests. All the things that it intakes and processes. Spend a few moments here to send it gratitude and thank it for everything that it does. And it could be a good time to think about or to ask it what it needs from you. What nutrients does it need? What does it need less of? What does it need more of? Go down to your hips and your thighs. And give your hips and your thighs some love. Thank them for every step that you take, everything that you do. They're always there for you. Ask them, what do you need from me today? Go down to your lower legs and your feet. Thank them for all the steps, for all the stability, for grounding you to the earth, for grounding you in your home, your place of work. And ask them What do they need from you today? We're going to go back up to our body, our shoulders, and take a deep breath. And as you exhale, relax your shoulders down. Thank your shoulders for all the movement, all the stability and the strength that they show for you every day. And ask your shoulders, what do they need from you today? We're going to go to our head, your beautiful brain. And just give it a nice deep breath. This moment is for your mind, for connecting with it, for releasing any thoughts that you've been having throughout the day that might cause stress or depression. And ask your mind, what does it need from you today? What does it need more of? What does it need less of? And just scan your whole body and send it so much love and so much gratitude for everything that it does for you every day, every moment of every day. Thank your body. You can ask for it to forgive you. You can state to it that you want to create a better relationship with it, that you are here for it. Now ask your body, what does it need from you today? Take another deep breath in and release. Wiggle your fingers, wiggle your toes, and when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. If you have a piece of paper and pen next to you or want to go grab one, do that and take a moment and write down anything that came up for you. What was it that your body needs from you? And write that down. That's where you need to start. You might have this overall perspective of, if I restrict my calories, or if I work out this frequently or this hard, or if I don't sleep enough and get up and work out, or any of those things that you think is what's going to bring you closer to your fitness or physical goals. And your body just talked to you. She just told you what she needs. And if you have a hard time connecting or had a hard time hearing anything, I invite you to try this again. And you don't have to do it with this video, but you can do it on your own, laying in bed, and just asking and just opening up your heart to hear what your body has to say to you. And if this is something that you feel you could share, I really want to encourage you to post it in our group, because the more we as women share our experiences, the more of a connection we're going to have with each other, and the more support we're going to create for one another. And that's the goal of this group, is to really create a safe, supportive space where we can speak our truth and get the support that we need. So with the second poll, I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about our loving, wise adult. And what is that? Your loving, wise adult is the opposite of your critic. And it's really easy to know what the critic is. The critic can create anxiety, it can create depression, it can create thoughts that bring you a lot of unhappiness. And the wise, loving adult does the opposite. And so one of the fastest ways to get you out of that critic mindset or moment, if a situation or someone comes up to you and talks to you, if something happens, the fastest way to get out of it is, I want you to imagine right now one person that absolutely brings you joy. One person that you love, that you admire, that you look up to, that you love being around. And it can be someone older than you, someone your age. It can even be your child. It can be any age. And whatever thought you were having that was very critical, imagine stating it out loud to that person. And as you state that, imagine looking at their face. What did that statement do to them? An example is, for me, like some of the foods that I ate, where I would eat normal and then come home from work and be really stressed and maybe eat, 4 cookies or a bag of chips. And then I would be done, and I would later say to myself, I cannot believe you are that stupid. I cannot believe that you weren't even hungry and you ate all of that. You are so dumb. You're never going to get to where you want to be. You're never going to achieve any goals. Might as well eat more, because you're just going to do it anyways. And so as you have that statement and you're saying it to the person that you really look up to or that you love deeply, it's just heartbreaking to envision what that does to them. So when you have those thoughts, you want to think about that person or your kid. I can't believe you're so stupid. You ate all of that. I can't believe that you made those choices. You're never going to be good enough if you keep doing that. It just makes me sick to think that. But how easy is it for us to do it to ourselves? And we don't deserve it either. Like, we do not deserve to talk to ourselves that way. So that is the fastest way, is picturing their face. And sometimes I'm like, no, I'm not even going to do it. And right away, I am so sorry to myself. I am so sorry I said that. I didn't mean it. I'm so sorry. And then the next step from that is to come to yourself with curiosity instead of hate, judgment, lack of tolerance, even lack of respect, to actually come to yourself and be like, why did I eat all of that? What was I thinking? What was going on in my head? What was going on in my body? And it's interesting what you can come up with when you're asking yourself that. Write that down, because that, whether it's stress or work was so stressful I had to just come and numb out, or whatever it was that brought that up, there's a reason why you made that decision. Even if you're like halfway through a bag of chips and you're like, what am I doing? There's a reason why you're automatically going to that. And usually it's to soothe yourself, to comfort yourself, something that needs to be addressed. And whatever that need is your gold. That's what you really want to focus on. So this process is what helps you, again, connect to yourself and your body, so that as you're making these decisions, consciously or subconsciously, they're going to be the healthiest decisions for you. And it is life-changing. Like, it is life-changing how that shift in your body and in your mind and in your heart just changes everything that you do. And really caring for yourself. This is the ability to do that, gives you the opportunity to support other people versus sacrificing all the time and sacrificing. That just leaves you empty. And then you're going to eat a bag of chips or a box of donuts. So, I really just wanted to share this, the beginning of this video is a part of my daily life. Meditating in that way and recognizing when my inner critic is coming at me, and then bringing in my loving, wise adult, is how I've been able to have a healthier mindset, which has affected me physically. So I would love to hear, it's kind of, you might not have been expecting this type of a conversation here, but I'd love to hear in our live or in our women's group how you feel about this, or if this is new, or if you want more information. This is where the power is. So with that, I want to now switch it to last week when we talked about the joy of moving our bodies. And that is more wonderful work. And I'm hoping that you guys have had an opportunity to kind of play around with that and see where you're at with what brings you joy. And I would really love to see in our Facebook group how you are bringing more joy and movement into your day. So now let's get to some realistic pieces of our physical body. One of the most important things that you can do for yourself is sleep. And sleep has become, especially as I get older, I think when you're younger, you can tolerate less sleep, but I don't know if it's tolerate is the right word, because I think that behaviors can still come out when you're young and you need sleep. But really making it a priority. You want to look at how long you're sleeping, and I'm not going to give a number because we're all different. How many hours? We are all different in what we need. But again, this is something that your body can tell you and talk to you about. How much sleep do I need? You can ask her that, and she'll tell you. And then one thing that has really helped me is to create a bedtime routine. And it's crazy because I actually look forward to it more than anything, is creating that bedtime routine and getting good quality sleep. And then the morning is where the magic happens. When you're starting your day taking really good care of yourself, that is where it just creates this base for your day. When challenges or things come up, you just handle it so much better because you're centered and you're ready to go. Exercise for me, and we talked about that before, is very important to me. My hip tells me she needs me to exercise. My shoulders tell me they need me to exercise. And last night when I was meditating, my heart said I need to do more cardio, which is not my favorite thing. So I've been really thinking about that. And this morning I did some cardio and it was okay. I did all right. So that's, for me, is when I do my workouts, and I absolutely love it. It's something that brings me a lot of joy and a lot of happiness, and movement. Like, having body parts kind of cause you pain or not be okay is not fun. So I want to be an 80-year-old grandma that can go on hikes. That's my goal. So those are kind of the two things that I really wanted to talk today. There's a lot more when it comes to physical, but the number one thing is sleep. If you are getting 4 hours, 5 hours of sleep, you don't work out the next day. You don't. Sleep comes first. You don't set your alarm to get up early if you did not get enough sleep. And that is how this works well. So, kind of talked about a little bit of different things today. Again, I would love to hear your input. Next week, we'll continue on the physical, and we'll talk a little bit about nutrition and how we can support our body in that way. It's the holistic piece, is looking at us as a whole and not just bits and pieces. And when we look at a whole, there's not a cookie cutter. I can't be like, you all need 10 hours of sleep, you all need to work out 2 hours a day. Like, it doesn't work like that. It's really tapping into what your body needs. So I'd love to hear your comments. I'm looking forward to it, and I'm excited for the future. We're going to be doing some 5-day retreats here on Facebook. They'll be virtual retreats. And if you're in Utah, in the South Jordan area, we'll be doing our women's circles again coming up, and we'll be starting some breath work sessions also here in South Jordan, and it's just such a wonderful opportunity to gather together and really support and love ourselves and each other. So I hope you have a fabulous evening and a beautiful week, and I cannot wait to see you next Tuesday. And if you go on any hikes or do something outside, post it. Post it. It brings me so much joy. Love you. Have a great night.